have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
What would America be without a dream? It was at the end of this passage that Martin Luther King articulated his dream. In a way, the election of Barack Obama was the realization of that dream over 40 years later. But President Obama has a new dream, a dream of a nuclear-free world.
Today, I state clearly and with conviction America's commitment to seek the peace and security of a world without nuclear weapons.
How realistic is that, and how long will it take to realize?
We haven't been precise about a target date for getting to zero, but we have to go on seriously pursuing that objective, because so long as any country has nuclear weapons, others will want them.
The whole southern hemisphere of countries are free from nuclear weapons. Not the seas, but the land masses on the southern hemisphere.
We're never going to be absolutely confident that we've got this one beaten, but I think Obama is hugely to be congratulated for picking this issue up and running with it with the intensity that he has.
Whether they will succeed completely in it, I don't know. I hope so. They didn't put so much money on it. I think they're putting more money on it, and that's very wise.
One of the groundbreaking elements of President Obama's approach has been to highlight as much the flaws of nuclear weapons states as of those countries who are pursuing those weapons. He has recognized that leading by example is the only credible policy.
I think Obama said something very good in Cairo. He said that no state has the right to pick and choose who should have the right to have the nuclear weapons. Obama said rather that, no, in my policy, no one should have nuclear weapons. And when I talk to you, North Korea, I say, you should not have it and we should not have it. So I think that he is doing away with a double standard, and that's a great step forward.
So let me be clear.
Another element highlighted by analysts is that there have been almost no major advances for about 10 years on these issues. Obama's administration immediately brought this dormant period to an end.
For the past 8 years during the Bush administration, it was very easy for a number of the other nuclear weapons states to kind of hide behind Washington's skirts and let Washington say no and not have to confront the dissatisfaction of the non-nuclear weapon states. I think there's a role reversal today.
We really do need to get some runs on the board right now if we are to maintain the momentum for movement towards a nuclear weapons-free world, which has been so conspicuously generated by the advent of President Obama last year, after a decade of what can really only be described as international sleepwalking.
Some fear that Global Zero could become an idealist vision in the distant future, rather than a realistic set of short-term goals.
We have a big movement now called Global Zero that wants to focus upon the vision. But I think it would be unfortunate if that led the discussion to focus upon a vision that is decades ahead. Because today the battle is about the Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty, it's about the START Treaty.
President Obama has secured the support of over 40 countries here at the Nuclear Security Summit. 40 countries who have pledged to maintain control over loose nuclear material and ensure that they don't fall into the hands of terrorists. He's also secured the support of Russia in previous weeks for a joint reduction of their nuclear arsenals. But there's one more place where he has to secure support to move forward on this issue, and that's here on Capitol Hill. Because without Senate ratification of either the START Treaty or other treaties such as the Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty, there can be no real progress on this.
You've got a question mark about whether or not the hugely important US-Russia treaty will in fact be ratified.
Last year when Obama had given his great speeches in Prague and London and Cairo, I think we hoped that yes, there could be a ratification by the US Senate of the Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty. Now it's clear that even the START agreement, that certainly will not be ratified this year. And the Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty, well, that's way off. Obama does not have the votes he needs.
President Obama spent a large part of the first year of his administration on domestic issues, giving an intense focus to areas such as healthcare reform. With that now in the bag, he's turning to foreign policy issues such as Iran, such as nuclear materials. But the question is, how much does that mean to American voters? Do they really care? Is it worth the money, time and effort? President Obama and his party are about to find out in the midterm elections.
And with a vocal opposition already on his back, President Obama knows that garnering support and finding room for maneuver may not be easy.
I do realize that for Mr. Obama, it may not be so easy to go to Congress and say that we will now give them a guarantee of security and we'll offer diplomatic relations. I mean, he has a big conservative opinion to cope with, so that's not an easy matter.
He will be held accountable if Iran is moving in the wrong direction, just like any president would be. And all bets that I would make are that Iran will still be headed in the wrong direction come 2012.
Some see the moves that President Obama has made as being a positive step in creating better conditions for advances even in other areas.
If you succeed in doing some arms control, you may run into a virtuous circle rather than a vicious circle. But basically you need a wish on both sides to get to calmer waters and to less weapons.